Hi everyone, this is Guido Pelagos, and today, almost spoiled it. Today, I'm talking about something that I thought not was going to happen. The fake Steinhart came in! Oh my god! This is the story of the century! Wristwatch check? Pelagos. Anyway, so, as you might have seen in the other videos, I for once wanted to know what a fake or replica watch would look like. Now, I've had the idea about buying a fake or replica for a while, but I'm a bit of a purist, so I have a hard time buying something like that. But then there was like this fake Steinhart for, I thought it was like 40-50 euros coming by, and I was like, you know what? I'll just buy one. Review it on the channel and then give it to my neighbor, telling the little guy like, hey, listen, this is a fake watch, but it will still work. Have fun with it. It looks like a Steinhart. It says Steinhart. So what do you get when you buy a fake Steinhart? Well, the funny thing is that if you think if you buy a fake Steinhart, you're going to get a fake Steinhart, think again. I didn't think I think I've been had. That's what I said in my last video, and I have been had. So as soon as I ordered the replica, first of all, let me again state what I think is the difference between homage, replica, fake, and all that shit. Fake and homage in my books are the same. If it has got some other stuff, you can call it a homage. But if it's exactly the same looking and it just says something else on the dial, in my opinion, that's a fake, or what other people call a homage. But for me, a fake and a homage in that sense are the same. As an example, the Pagani design which I got, that in my opinion is a fake watch. It's not a replica because it doesn't say Rolex on the dial. However, anybody can see this is non-original whatsoever. Actually, it's been holding up pretty well, but so you can see this is as a design watch, it's bullshit. As a functional watch, it's actually pretty good, but it's nothing original, and in that way, it can never be a homage, even though it says another name on the dial. It's a fake. When it's a replica, it will say Rolex. If it's a fake, it will say Pagani design or anything in that matter. I would even say that Rolex, Relax, or Rylex, Rylox, or Rolex is an attempt to be a replica, but anybody who looks at the dial can see it's a fake, so it's even less original than putting a name on that is nothing like Rolex. But when it says Rolex and it's fake, then I say you bought a replica. And what happens when you buy a replica? Well, I would say you get a certain kind of karma. And I think when I bought the fake Steinhart, I did some research into where I bought it, and it was pretty clear pretty quickly that I probably was not going to get what I thought I was going to get. I will put, well, a few things. When a week later I tried to find the website was offline. I could still correspond with the people but the funny thing is, when I got the confirmation of the order of the fake Steinhart, it was all in Chinese. When I sent the message, I got a message back by even a different company. What was the name again? I think it was Libelka. And I got a message from Tengalux. And now they have a new website up called Coronon or something. So, you know, these guys, they change websites every other week because they've been found out and they need to scam more people. So they make a lot of money, because they do make a lot of money. Do I blame them? Because I'll show you the watch in a moment. It's not what you expect, what I expected. Well, more or less it is, but it's not the Steinhart you would think you'd get. My first reaction would have been, I'm going to send them an email saying, you dirty assholes, you fuckers, why did you scam all these people? And I was like, well, you know, if you want to buy a replica watch, you deserve to be scammed. It's called karma. So, yeah, I wanted to show you a replica watch for once, and I got scammed, which is my karma, because it's not the way I tend to do things. As an exception, I bought the Pagani design because I like the Rolex GMT Explorer, but I'll never buy a Rolex. And if I had 13K, I would spend it on a JLC or anything like that. So I could defend that, but the fake Steinhart was just the replica Steinhart was just a bit of a joke that I would give to my neighbor. Now, what I received today, and I didn't think I would receive it at all. At one point, I was like, you know what, that watch is not going to come in. I just paid money. And yeah, I can see if I can get that back one way or the other. On the other hand, it's karma. And that's why when I thought, you know what, I'm not going to get this watch. That's when I wanted to look for a fake watch. And that's what got me the Pagani design. The one that I reviewed in my last video. Which I think is okay. So, I didn't expect this watch. But today I came home and, oh my God. The watch was there. It came all the way from... Now maybe you can read it so you can send these guys a message. There you go. Maybe you can read this. This is where it came from. From Huangyu, number 1, lane 1, Chenglin Street, Wingcheng, Foshan, Guangdong, China. Phone 861501166850. I repeat, 861501166850. They called it the content of the package was a smart alarm, and value was $5. I think they do that to prevent people from paying income tax or custom tax. If I would have paid custom tax for this watch, that would make me sicker than the karma of not getting what I paid for. So, without further ado, let us show the watch. A real bliss watch. Now the blue, I took it out of the package and there was some plastic over the watch, so it was still in some kind of a plastic case. And I saw the blue and I'm like, well, you know, it even looks like maybe I was lucky. Maybe it is the watch that I was looking for. But then I took it out and it was pretty quick, clear pretty quickly that this is. I mean, I think I'd rather not have had this watch at all than getting this. This is a joke. And this, like I said, this is the karma of buying a replica watch. It suits me right, and I should suffer for buying it. So, yeah. Thank you, Lord, for giving me this shit. Rich schemes, it's in the Bible. If you want to get rich quick, you'll stay poor forever. So, or rich without any work, you're going to stay poor. So what? It's a list watch since 1853. So, look, they've been this brand has been making watches before the first wrist watch was made. Can you imagine 50 years before the first wrist watch was made? These Chinese guys were already making watches. The wrist, they even had the H and the L wrong, so, you know, that's pretty close. So look at the gorgeous see-through case back. That's exceptional. And it says water resistant. So I don't think that 300-meter water resistance will be a thing. Look at the fantastic clasps. It's just... oh, man, I'm so chuffed with this watch. No movement, no flimsy bracelet at all. Look, there's hardly any space between the case and the bracelet. The bezel is just fantastic. Look at this. If it turns at all. Let me see if I can show you that in a different way. Look, no play whatsoever. Look at... This is the biggest bullshit bracelet there is. There's even dents in the bracelet, in the bezel. I thought, well, maybe it's got a screw-down crown. No, it doesn't. And then I saw it says quartz on the dial. Oh dear. So, and then I opened it to set the time. There you go. And it stopped. And then I put it back in. Oh, and now it does. First time I did it, it stopped working. So I had to slam the crown down and it started working again. So, the bracelet itself is just, if you look at the polishing, I'm not sure because I'm filming the other way around, but the polishing on the bracelet is just absolute joke. This is a watch that if you could buy it somewhere on a market somewhere, you'd probably pay at least €5 to €6. Yeah, at least €5 to €6 you'd pay for a watch like this. Yeah, it's a complete joke, guys. In all honesty, this is the kind of joke you've been having the karma with if you buy a fake watch. So, Gunther Steinhart, you'll probably see this video once, whenever. I'd be happy to review a Steinhart, which I did before Andy's. And don't worry about the fake Steinharts, because the people who buy Replica Steinhart, sorry, because the people who buy a Replica Steinhart get a fake. This is not even Steinhart style. I don't know what this is. So get a fake replica list watch that's quartz for about €50. So I shouldn't be worried too much. People who wanted to have a Steinhart will buy the Steinhart anyway. The reason I don't buy it is that I think like €600 for a Steinhart is a little bit too much, especially since like 5 years ago they were €300, €400. And one of the issues is, you know what, you get a very good, decent watch that will serve you for 10 years, no problem. But after that 10 years, you're probably going to need to service it, and servicing an automatic €500, €600 watch, especially when it's a GMT or something, it's going to be painful for what you pay for what you have. If you get a relationship with your watch, because most men have a relationship with their watch, you can actually think like, you know what, this watch has been with me for 10 years. I'm going to give it a service because it deserves one and will stick with me for the next couple of years. So, yeah, good on you. Do it. I would say if you got an automatic watch, service it anyway. If you can, service it, because as many automatic watches should be kept in circulation. However, it is easier to say I'm going to service my ETA Pelagos than servicing a $300 or $500 watch. However, if Steinhart makes, I'm not really sure if they do, if Steinhart makes quartz watches, that might be a very good alternative. Anyway, so as you can see, I'll make a short video, which I'm just going to be this, which is within this video, about the details. Then I'll turn the phone around and have a little bit more a detailed view of the watch. I might put in a nice little song underneath that, so you can actually see what kind of bullshit it is. Yeah, so karma is karma, and I didn't think that this watch would come in. And just to compare the difference, these watches were the same price. And this is actually ceramic bezel, sapphire crystal, GMT movement, hackable, 100-meter water resistant, see-through case back, and a decent bracelet that is quite well sizable. Very much value for the money. This is a scam and a joke. But in all honesty, guys, if you think you're going to make cheap money by buying a replica, you deserve to be scammed. Okay, guys? See you next time. Oh, look, if I can show you. The way to size the bracelet is by pushing out a hole inside of the bracelet. It's ridiculous. So again, is this the best watch ever made? Well, only if it's the first watch you ever saw. So guys, thanks for watching, and don't buy a replica, because this is what you deserve. If you want to have an idea about the watch you can never afford or never want to buy, but you want to have something similar, buy a fake, buy a Pagani design. You'll be happy with what you get, and you can't fool anybody because it says Pagani on the dial, so you can't say it's a Rolex. This is supposed to be a replica. This is not even a replica, so this is really bottom feeding. This is below replica watches, and I thought there wasn't anything worse than replica watches. Well, there is. Something like this. Cheers, guys. Ciao di bye. I bet it's broken now. Okay, everyone, let's have a look at this magnificent, let me get the gloves on, piece of art. I put the gloves on because, of course, this is something really special. Look at the bezel. Absolutely fantastic. Look at the details on the dial. Look at the side. It's just so nicely, almost Sriracha polishing. Look at the beautiful way the bracelet has been polished, I would call it, maybe even. And the fantastic non-signed clasp that takes about 500 kilos of support to close it. There's even a gorgeous micro adjust. Look at the case back. It's fully engraved with the name, if you can see it here. List watch. Absolutely stunning, chuffed to bits. A non-signed crown, which is unique for a replica watch, of course, or a fake replica. This is a fake replica. That's a nice one. Yeah, absolutely magnetic to look at. It's something special. It's a real quartz watch with a date. So how can you go wrong with this? It's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, let's all get scammed, guys. Let's all get scammed. Cheers. Chatty bye.